On October 23, 2025, the Public Safety Divisions of the Town of Chatham conducted a unified response drill. These video recordings document the drill, including the initial safety briefing, a highlight reel, a shoreside search, and a simulated search debriefing by the fire chief, Harbormaster, and the Chatham Police Department. This was only a drill.
Thanks, everyone. I don't know if everyone understands why we did this, but the chief and Jason had a discussion. We had a very similar call at a very similar time. Yes, we initially had a report of a missing kayaker, went into the police. The police did an investigation. I think Sergeant Bardakis was the lead, and they got some really good info, but eventually dispatched us, the Harbormaster, and likely the Coast Guard too. And we found the person pretty quick. Chris Bardakis did a good job. He got some good intel, and Dustin and I were on the boat, and we found him pretty quick. But the chief and Jason were talking and said, you know, what if we didn't find him quick, right? What if this went into nightfall? So they thought it would be a good idea for a training exercise, which is why we're all sitting here. As far as safety goes, weather right now is a small craft advisory for southwest winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25, near coastal seas 3 to 5. Depending upon where we're searching, it's going to be roughly half tide and falling. Temps 55 degrees right after dark. It's obviously going to drop, and sunset 1747.
So for us, Marshall Burke, the Deputy Harbormaster, is going to be acting Harbormaster, simulated. I'm out of town, so he'll be running things just like normal. Whenever I go away, send a message out saying I'm out of town and to contact him for emergencies, and then we'll dispatch our guys after that. Part of this drill and the purpose of it is interoperability between different agencies. So we typically run VHFs. We have the do tri-band radios that's allowing us to kind of monitor 800 and VHF. So in this instance, when you have multiple departments working, we have to find a common channel. So this could switch, and this is what it's going to be like whenever we get out. We may still have to monitor VHF, especially if we're dealing with a Coast Guard or a boat. It's a good exercise for us to get to utilize the radios that we have. If you got to find it on the boat, find it on the boat. And if you can't, that's something we need to identify. That's the whole purpose of this drill. This is to find things that we can improve or identify things that we're doing really well. So through the course of the drill, like you would anything else, current weather conditions, current personnel, time restraints, just run it like you would normally run it. And then whatever we find is what we find.
The only other thing I'm going to add, thanks everybody for being here. Obviously just be safe, have fun, it should be a fun night. Don't freelance, don't fight the exercise. We're going to be working to facilitate the drill on our end. There might be a couple of little hiccups here along the way. We have some injects scheduled to kind of throw some wrinkles at it if things are moving too fast or too slow. So just be prepared for that. If you have any questions, it is an exercise, so just speak up. Don't feel the need to try to guess at what we're trying to get you to do. Just reach out to one of us. We'll have communications open either by radio or phone. You can just call us and say, we're not really sure where you're going with this. So we have to kind of simulate what might take like 6 or 7 hours to get to from like a command structure is going to be condensed, obviously, because we're simulating in a drill. So it might be over the top where we end up with like, an EOC being open and unified command, but we want to exercise those components too. So if this got into like a 2 or 3 day search for some missing people or recovery event, we want to start looking at next operational periods and identifying incident action plans and stuff like that. So we are working on things like from our end. We won't really be participating firsthand in the drill, but we'll be doing stuff from an EOC perspective on our end too. So that's really all I have.
PD, so you guys take a call. You get a report of 2 overdue kayakers who possibly departed from different locations, and they were meeting up in the Scattery area to kind of explore, and neither have returned home. That was noon today when they departed.
Any description on the kayak?
We don't have a description of the kayak, but we know they're wearing bright yellow suits and yellow PFDs.
Yep.
Do we know their destination? We don't have any of this information where they're going.
Yeah, we don't have any information other than Scattery.
So we don't know if they have any like experience or medical history or any demographics at all.
No, it should just be 2 guys going out for a paddle.
Possibly me
2
and
males?
Scattery.
2 males.
2 males? They left that scatter related or?
They were rendezvousing at the Scattery area by kayak, and that's all the information that the caller gave.
Okay.
Battery,
Yeah.